We're going live in three, two, one. Play intro in three, two, one. ¡Muévele! Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Weekly with the Game Dudes. Your hosts again here at Raging Games and Luckiness, and we're excited to bring you guys another week of just news with us and some other whatever we're watching. We're going to be talking about Marvel and the What If series next week will be coming out, and we're going to just break down what we know about the MCU and how they built it up, and what we as comic book nerds are going to speculate. Before that, we're going to get some news, and before that, let's turn it over to Mr. Lucky Nez. How's your week been, man? Since the last time you've been here. We've been. You fear of what? Yes. Multiple times, yes. Pinche burrito. So you just have a fear of him jumping and messing you up, huh? He's gonna fuck you up one of these days. You're gonna show up, you're gonna be clawed up, and yes, of course. Oh lordy, lordy. Well, I'm sorry, Mavs. I didn't capture any of that. Fuck. We have to redo that whole thing, motherfucker. My bad. That output didn't get captured. We had a great story, and now I'm sorry. Let me restart it again.
Uh,
All right, I'll try. I'll do it again. Three, two, one. Got it. Ooh, baby. Welcome, everybody, to another spectacular episode, Weekly with the Game Dudes. Hello again, and it is your friends here, Raging Games and Mr. Lucky Nez. We are doing this again because Mr. Dumbass here, me, myself, and I ruined the audio capture last time. But we're going to be talking about some funny news. We're going to be going back and forth about what we did. So our main event tonight, we're going to be setting up What If for next week. Marvel decided that it's going to be showing us some fantastic stories in the What If series now that we have the trailer out. Chadwick Boseman is actually voicing T'Challa in the series for more episodes than I expected, and all this is canon. We're going to talk about what we know about the MCU, what us as comic book nerds will theorize can happen, And all before that, we're going to be talking about your obviously weekly news. And before that, we're going to talk about what happened with Mr. Lucky Nez since you've been here, man. How you been, dude? What's new between you? What's new with you between then and now? You've been here last, and you know, now that I'm here again.
Wow. I don't know. I kind of feel like going on strike.
My meandering intro. I'm sorry. Now it's just gone on strike. Yes. You actually just go on strike? God damn it.
And then that happened. Huh. And that was my story.
Nice. He's ripping on me for basically not recording any of the last bit that he did, and it was a great bit too. I was like, "Oh, this is great stuff." But it's on the first take only, and now that's I ruined the first take. That's all we get, folks. We'll get one next time.
I don't know. I might still be on strike. Well, keep you posted, boys.
I'm sorry, Mavs. I didn't mean to. You had a great story too about.
I'll talk to my lawyers.
Great story about your little dog that named Taquito, little cat named Taquito, but it's really fat, so it's burrito, and it keeps attacking you. It developed a fear. All this good stuff just gone to the ether. It's gone forever. But let's go.
Here. Snapped by Thanos.
Yeah, one day we'll get it. We'll get it back. One day. On that note, let's go ahead and segue into our funny news since I ruined it the first time. Yeah, on our funny news a little bit.
He had so much rhythm. He had so much rhythm. He had so much rhythm. Cause I heard him first. I said, hold on. I said, hold up. Wait a minute. I said, then I started. And then I started to smell them. So it's like the smell like tastes like
I'm sorry, I can't. I couldn't hold it in. It's way too funny.
This is my favorite part.
Check this out.
So he had so much rhythm.
He had so much rhythm.
He had so much rhythm, guys. Welcome to the funny news segment where we're going to talk about stuff that is going to crack you up, just like this. This was a news interview turned into a song. Will now be a funny news intro. Thank you, Mr. Cassette, for your hard work. We will subscribe. Everybody like and subscribe, Mr. Cassette. He has 19.4K subscribers. Let's bump those numbers up. All right. First up in funny news, I got a little video of a bear breaking into a car, just opening the rear door, crawling in, and scrounging around for food. Didn't find anything, but left it out. The lady was shocked to find the door was open in the morning, and she was pretty sure she left it closed. And she looks up the security video, and you see the bear just opening this door. Here, I got it for y'all. At this quick commercial break, are you happy with your bathroom design? Do you want to actually change it up? Well, now you can use AR in your tablet to make it your own. West Shore. Call today. But check out this video of a bear crawling up to a car.
That's no bear. That is a man in a bear costume.
It looks like a bear. Look at it. He's like smells like. Oh, there's.
Yeah.
He just opens the door so easy. Like, oh, that was it. That was unlocked. That was great. I didn't struggle with that. Like, here, let me just open this door, get inside, see what they got.
Cars are not very good animal proof. You know that? Unless you lock it.
Bears have noticed that we use our front paws to open these cars, and like, oh, if I use my front paw to open this car, I can also get in. But there wasn't anything good in that car, so fuck it. Let's get out of here. And he just leaves the car open like that. The owner finds it like that in the morning. This happened in a California state park.
Jesus Christ, California.
It was Sierra County. No, was it? I was actually in front of the courthouse. Never mind, not the state park. It was a Sierra County courthouse in California. This was an employee's vehicle. It was parked in the courthouse overnight, and she found the video footage and decided to post it on Facebook. We thank you for this video footage, man. This is great stuff for the internet. We now know that bears will get into our cars, guys. Make sure you lock your cars.
Animals.
Next up, Los Angeles Air Traffic Control is warning any private and public pilots that the quote jetpack guy is back. An FBI investigation that reports a possible jetpack man in sight 15 miles east of LAX, about 5,000 feet altitude on Wednesday. The FBI is currently investigating this because one commercial airline said he might have been airborne with a jetpack, and it's risky to be that high in a busy skies near Los Angeles. So some dude is like riding around in a jetpack over LA for funsies. Los Angeles Times reported that a Boeing 747 radioed a report a possible jetpack man in sight around 6:12 p.m. on Wednesday, according to the recording from website Live ATC. The pilot spotted an object that might resemble a jetpack 15 miles east of LAX. Altitude at 5,000 feet. And a Federal Aviation Administration spokesperson told the newspaper, out of an abundance of caution, air traffic controllers alerted other pilots in the vicinity. Use caution. The jetpack guy is back, said one of the air traffic alerts. Did you see a UFO? One air traffic controller asked the pilot. We're looking around, but we did not see Iron Man, the pilot responded. The FBI is working with the FAA to investigate the report, and the FBI spokesperson Laura E. Miller told the Times in an email the agency has already looked into 3 other possible jetpacks in the sky above Los Angeles, and it's not been able to validate any of these reports. So they can't find Iron Man. They think they see Iron Man up there. That's pretty funny.
Who is this man?
I love that one of the air traffic alerts said, use caution, the jetpack guy is back. So he's done this before.
It's been done this before.
Yes, he's back, guys.
Oh, here comes Jerry again on typical Tuesday with his fucking jetpack. Jerry, the stupid jetpack showing it off. God damn it. Or report him to the FBI.
As they did.
And here we are today.
They got reported to the FBI. Next up, we have Ghost Hunter plagues 15 to 20 feet as a paranormal investigation goes wrong. A ghost hunter in Buffalo, New York reportedly fell 15 to 20 feet during a paranormal investigation inside one of the city's landmark buildings. According to the Buffalo News, an unnamed 35-year-old woman was searching for a ghost in a nearby centuries-old central terminal building on Saturday, where she plunged through a substation roof. She was taken to a local hospital where she was treated for multiple injuries, but her condition was not known. A man hunting ghosts with her was not injured, though. Local NBC station WGRZ reported that the pair was ghost hunting without permission in a historical structure, but no charges have been filed. Buffalo Central Terminal was an active train station for half a century, operating from 1929 to 1979 before falling into disarray. In recent years, parts of the terminal have been refurbished and occasionally opened for special events, including ghost tours. Hear and see what was caught that possibly can prove the paranormal activity does exist at the Buffalo Central Terminal. The blurb from one such tour in 2018 declared. In addition, the TV show Ghost Hunters filmed the terminal several times. The TV show Ghost Hunters filmed at the terminal several times. So, poor lady plunged to her death because she was looking for ghosts. Nothing?
Oh.
All right, next up. All right, next up, guys, we have Florida news.
That's news.
Click that. Welcome to Florida Man News, where we take a look at what has happened with the local Florida man. Has he jumped off a building? Has he gone off a plane? Has he lit himself on fire? Does Florida woman also have a say in this?
How much cocaine did he take beforehand?
All next in this local segment.
The answer is none. They're actually taking crocodiles.
There's huffing and puffing crocodiles, crushing them into a fine powder, and snorting that croc.
Only the finest.
First up in Florida Man News, we have Daytona Beach Shores woman exposed herself on a flight, assaulted an officer, and was officially taken off the flight as soon as they could as soon as they can land. In Rapid City, South Dakota, a Florida woman is facing multiple charges after police said they took her off a plane at Rapid City Regional Airport for exposing herself and becoming unruly. According to the police, an officer at the airport was notified Friday night of a disruptive passenger who was exposing herself to others in the plane. The officer said he could smell that she had been drinking. Officer told Misty Justice at 41 of Daytona Beach Shores that she would be escorted off the plane. Police said she was pulled away, and then she kicked the officers. And then that's where they decided to land the plane and get her off. Land the plane and get her off. She's facing charges of disorderly conduct, indecent exposure, assault on a law officer, and unlawful occupancy. A Rapid City Journal reported. The Federal Aviation Administration said there have been 3,615 unruly passenger reports in a year-to-date analysis, many of which are related to wearing face masks. Reports the clickorlando.com. Next up, we have a massive alligator showed up at the front door of Florida home and tried to meet the neighbor's dog. He just want to be friends.
It's Loki. Let him in.
I wouldn't trust the alligator. He's playing a long game. He's playing a long con. A large alligator took a stroll through the neighborhood in Ava Marie, Florida, recently, and ended up chilling just outside a homeowner's front door. Mike Nino Sky shared photos with Fox 35 News of an alligator resting in the grass of the front of his home. And you see just pictures of this alligator just chilling.
It's literally the same alligator.
You're just chilling there.
Yeah.
He says the gator was about 10 to 11 feet long and weighed about 400 pounds. I saw that he was out front of my house, so I went out and took some pictures. while catching some rays on Nino Sky's front walkway. He says the gator heard his neighbor dog barking and walked straight up to the front door. It was pretty funny. Nino Sky said the gator then made his way back to the pond where he was just done with his afternoon walk.
Hey, Matt, he just forgot he had a pet gator, like you tend to do in Florida.
He's just chilling on his front lawn.
It's like whenever you move to Florida, it comes with a free pet gator.
True.
You just don't know it, and nobody tells you.
Next up, on water park in Disney Kingdom. That must be brand new because it's normally not a water park. The Magic Kingdom was flooded apparently today in the streets. It basically turned into a water park, guest said. Look at this picture. Yeah, the water is up to most kids' knees, which is not that high, but it is flooded. It is flooded technically. Rains in the theme parks don't mix well, but for some, it was a perfect opportunity to continue the fun. Around 3 p.m. on
I
Thursday.
can't see the thing.
Oh.
Aha.
Look at these kids.
That could look like fun.
Around 3 p.m. on Thursday last week, a weather system moved over Disney World. Was that last week or this week? This was. I don't see the date. Am I blind? Probably. Probably it's July 30th. So yeah, last week. So last Thursday, weather system moved over Disney World, and the streets around Cosmic Ray Cafe became flooded, according to photos shared with News 6. While some guests took shelter from the rain, others, mostly children, decided just to enjoy the water park that formed inside the Magic Kingdom. Look at this. There was just a lot of water flooded the little low spots of Magic Kingdom. Cassie Chase shared photos of kids playing and swimming around the annual pass holders Facebook page, saying Magic Kingdom turned into a water park. When asked to join in the fun, Chase said she just walked through and tried to get inside, where hundreds were eating and watching the kids play. By the looks of the photos, the water was about ankle deep. Yeah, it's about ankle deep. Just a lot of rain. That's pretty funny.
It's probably refreshing for them right now.
All right, next up, we have our science segment.
Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Excellent. Bill Nye the Science Guy inspired most of us all. But first up, we have a report from the everywhere, basically. Futurism here is where I'm getting this information from. The space station incident was far worse than NASA first immediately admitted. They initially said that last week during a space disaster, a spacecraft disaster, as they put it, one of the new modules that is coming up from Russia, the Russia cosmonaut module, it's going to be a new laboratory that's going to attach to the International Space Station. When it was coming in a dock and attached to the rest of the space station, what happened was the moment it clicked on and kind of secured itself, someone accidentally hit the thrusters on that new module that wanted to adjust it and made the whole space station spin. The initial report was that it only spun 45 degrees, so about one quarter of a turn. But now reports are actually coming out that it actually rotated 540 degrees, about about 1.5 spins. And then the space station also then did a 180 degree forward flip to get back in its original orientation. As a result, their sense of professionalism persevered for all of them to be able to get through this. But I remember one scientist just panicking and another one saying that he's just glad that everybody's alive and the whole space station is still in one piece.
Holy shit, that's like one in a million chance it could happen, and like this close. Like one mishap and it like could have gone so bad.
Yeah, they came to a stop upside down and had to flip forward. The astronauts
Mhm.
were never technically in danger, and the situation didn't spiral out of control. But still, 7 years as a NASA flight director, Mr. Scova, who was in charge, they introduced him here as Zubalin Scova earlier in an article. He was the guy who got them back on track. See, that's nuts.
Shit.
We had two messages. It was
That's
just
just
two
fucking
lines of code
scary out there.
saying that something was wrong. Yeah, it had the message that they got reported said the space station had lost altitude to control, and they began to tip. Usually, four large, heavy gyroscopes spinning at 6,000 revolutions a minute to keep the space station steady, but some force appeared to be overpowering them. So at first, it's like, oh, this is a false indicator. But no, they looked up at the video monitors and saw all the ice and the thrusters firing, and okay, and there's real vents. So they're like, oh, let's get to it. And like about half breath. Oh, geez, what now? And like you're looking, kind of push down just to work the problem. Said Mr. Scoville here as he's like ranting about how what was going on as he looked at the cameras and he saw that the newly docked lab was firing off its thrusters, trying to pull away from the space station. Then securely docked to. Oh God! So it was pulling away. It wasn't pushing.
That's some scary shit.
That whole space station could have come down to Earth real quick. That wasn't scary shit. Dang Russians, almost killing our guys.
Stay in your cold country.
So next up on our science section, we have another part that's kind of hilarious and also scary at the same time. Scientists put human intelligence gene into monkeys. Other scientists are concerned as worries lingers about where this research may lead.
As they should be. Fucking idiot.
Scientists in China are actually doing this over in. They published a research in the Chinese Journal of National Science Review in March, as they added human brain genes to improve the short-term memories of these monkeys. While some researchers downplay the effects as minor, concerns linger over where this research may lead. The goal of the work, led by geneticist Bing Su of Kunming Institute of Zoology, was to investigate how the gene linked to brain size. MCPH1 may contribute to the evolution of the organ in humans. All primates have some variation of this gene. However, compared to other primates, our brains are just significantly larger, more advanced, and slower to develop. And researchers wonder whether differences that evolved in the human version of MCPH1 might explain are more complex. Big brain, big human brain. That's why we're listening to this podcast over Magic Rocks. Soon his team injected 11 rhesus macaque embryos with the virus carrying the human version of MCPH1. The brains of the transgenic monkeys, those with the human gene, developed at a slower pace, akin to that of a human. Those with the free monkeys, those with those then those in transgene free monkeys. And by the time they were 2 or 3 years old, the transgenic monkeys performed better and answered faster on short-term memory tests involving matching colors and shapes. However, there weren't any differences in brain size or any other behavior. But the results aren't what the scientific community is buzzing about. Some individuals question the ethics of inserting a human brain gene into a monkey, as actor Rebecca Walker, a bioethicist at the University of North Carolina, argue can be the start of a slippery slope towards imbuing animals with human-like intelligence. In a 2010 paper, Sam Silka, a geneticist at the University of Colorado School of Medicine and co-authors asked whether a humanized monkey would fit into society or would live in inhumane conditions due to its altered genes. That's some heavy shit. They're just fucking around with genes, man. There's some risky elements going down the road.
Not gonna end well.
This is gonna be the start of Planet of the Apes. You saw where that movie led. We're all gonna be died. We're all gonna be died. Come on.
No, I feel like they'll have some mercy on me if I just surrender right away.
I don't want you to take this the wrong way. But if you painted yourself orange, and like wore like a really furry jacket, you can pass on as an orangutan.
You son of a bitch! But thank you for the idea of stealing them whenever the monkeys take over.
Next up on a science report. Last up on a science report. From Popular Mechanics, Elon Musk says that Mars ain't going to be for the rich. It's going to be for explorers who will most likely and most probably die along the way. Last year, Elon Musk caused a stir whenever he said something provocative, but ultimately correct. There's a good chance the first Mars settlers will die. Now that SpaceX mastermind, who is dead set on colonizing the red planet, is doubling down on the sentiment. I mean, we're all going to die eventually, but if we're going to die on Mars, we might as well die on Mars. And recent live stream touting his 100 million X Prize reward to whoever can figure out carbon removal, Musk dispelled the notion that the initial Mars journey will be some escape hatch for rich people. Like, now, I had a whole comic book. I was one that little angle right there that he said was going to be a major bit of it. Musk elaborated, going to Mars reads like an ad for Shackleton going to the Antarctic. You know it's dangerous. It's uncomfortable. It's a long journey. And you might not come back alive. But it's a glorious adventure. And it will be an amazing experience. You probably won't have good food. If an arduous and a dangerous journey where you might not come back alive. But it's a glorious journey. Sounds appealing. Mars is the place. And that's the ad. That's the ad for Mars. Honestly, a bunch of people will probably die in the beginning. It's a tough sledding over there. We're not going to make anyone go. It's volunteers only. Of course, wealthy people and explorers aren't two mutually exclusive groups. Deep-pocketed daredevils like James Cameron, for example, have made dangerous explorations their business. Because having generational wealth often goes hand in hand with funding these kinds of expeditions. In his comments, Musk referred to Sir Ernest Shackleton, who led the first attempt to transit Antarctic crossing in 1914. Shackleton was a highly decorated and honored during his lifetime, but he definitely wasn't wealthy, at least not for long. He came from a working class family and was usually trying to accumulate wealth somehow, whether by making risky business investments or spending all his money on expeditions. The key to surviving the desperate conditions that await the first Martian settlers isn't having money, it's balancing their response to predictable events. Limited water, no atmosphere, radiation, yada, yada, yada. And developing resiliency against unpredictable events. Jennifer Buzz, a PhD and aerologist of the Northern Arizona University, told Pop Mech last year, Popular Mechanics. For the most part, our lives on Mars will need to be one of the most closed circulated systems ever devised. Quite the opposite of the way Earth economics are often stratified and unjust here. Musk argues that to go to Mars is a cursed, part by the way previous generations of explorers have colonized and exploited the resources around our world. So people have to develop a balance. Basically, trying not to be dicks when we get to Mars. Thoughts? All right, next up, we got world news. Welcome to World News, guys. First up, we have a little story that just came out from CNN Business. Rihanna is officially now a billionaire. Robin Rihanna Fetty is officially a billionaire according to Forbes now. The business magazine, which tracks and publishes data on the world's wealthiest individuals, on Wednesday reported that the 33-year-old pop star estimated net worth to be around $1.7 billion, making her one of the wealthiest female musicians and the second richest woman in the entertainment industry, just behind Oprah Winfrey. It's been about 5 years since the bad girl from Barbados dropped a new album, and her 2016 instant classic, Auntie, spent 63 weeks on the Billboard charts and said she dedicated her time to building her business empire through her Fetty beauty makeup line and her Savage and Fetty lingerie line. Forbes estimated Fetty Beauty alone is worth $2.8 billion. In 2018, the makeup brand, which is sold at Sephora stores, was generating more than $550 million in annual revenue, earning more than Kim Kardashian's West, KKW Beauty, Kylie Jenner's Kylie Cosmetics, and Jessica Alba's Honest Company. The magazine reported. Historically, women's fashion and beauty brands are perpetuated Eurocentric and often unrealistic standards of beauty. One of the keys to Rihanna's success has been marketing products to women of all shapes, sizes, and skin shades, according to Shannon Coney, co-founder of the Blue Stock Advisors, a consumer product consultancy agency. She's one of the first brands that came out and said, I want to speak for all those different people, Coney told Forbes. A lot of women felt there were no lines out there that catered to their skin tone. It was light, medium dark, and dark. And we know there's not reality. Forbes reported that Rihanna also owes 30% of Savage Fetty, which raised $115 million in February after receiving a $1 billion valuation. LVMH CEO Bernard Arnault and rapper Jay-Z are also principal investors in the lingerie brand. Damn. So, person for Rihanna denied the comment on her being reported as a billionaire. You know, we must eat the rich. Rihanna's officially rich, so I don't know. I trust her. I like her though. Thoughts? All right, next up, I got from CNN Politics, 2 more DC police officers who responded to the Capitol insurrection have died by suicide. Damn. Authorities have announced on Monday that bring the total to 4 officers who have taken their own lives after the aftermath of the January 6th riot, after these 2 were found dead in the recent days. Officer Gunther Hashida, assigned to the emergency response team within the Special Operations Division, was found deceased in his residence on Thursday, July 29th, so last week, in the Metropolitan Police Department spokesperson Kristen Metzger told CNN in a statement, "We are grieving as a department, and our thoughts and prayers are with Officer Hashida's family and friends," Metzger said. Metropolitan Police Officer Kyle De Freytag was found dead on July 10th, according to the Department Public Information Officer Sean Hickman. Hashida had joined the Metropolitan Police Department in 2003, and De Freytag had been with the department since November 2016. Death marks 4 known suicide by officers who responded to the Capitol during the attack, and 3 known suicides by DC officers specifically. Metropolitan officers Jeffrey Smith, a 12-year veteran of the force, and U.S. Capitol Police Officer Howard Liebengood, a 16-year-old Capitol Police veteran, also responded to the insurrection and later died by suicide. A Senate report into the security failures of that day lists both Smith and Liebengood among the two who ultimately lost their lives following the attack. Another Capitol Police officer, Brian D. Sicknick, suffered strokes and died of natural causes one day after responding to the attack. Washington, D.C. Chief Medical Examiner determined in April. A Justice Department who charged more than 550 people in their connection to the insurrection, according to CNN's latest tally, an attack at the center of the high-profile Senate House Select Committee investigation. I'll read that back. The Justice Department has charged more than 550 people in connection with the insurrection, according to CNN's latest tally. And the attack is the center of a high-profile House Select Committee investigation. During a hearing before the panel last month, Capitol Police Officer Harry Dunn delivered an emotional plea to officers who defended the Capitol to seek out professional help if they need it. I want you to take this moment to speak out to my fellow officers about the emotions they are continuing to experience from the events of January 6th. There's absolutely nothing wrong with seeking professional counsel, Dunn said. What we all went through that day was traumatic. If you are hurting, please take advantage of counseling services that have been available to us. Continues Dunn. That's insane. I mean, they must be dealing with some crazy shit after protecting D.C. for such a long time to having their own people attack the Capitol. That's nuts. And it might be another case of, Jeffrey Epstein suicides. That'd be even more fucked up.
Could be. Never know nowadays.
Never know nowadays. Let's see. Yeah. Last up in our world news update, U.S. news update, we have a Trump bombshell that's quietly dropped last week, and it should shock us all. It's quietly being shoved underneath the rest of the news bundle. On Friday night, the House Oversight Committee released a note of notes of the December 27th telephone call from Trump to Acting Attorney General Jeffrey Rosen, in which Trump told Rosen, "Just say the election was corrupt and leave the rest to me and the Republican congressman." The notes were taken by Richard Donahue, a Rosen deputy who was also on the call. The release of these notes barely made a stir, and that's what I consider crazy. This should be something that everybody should know and fucking as a rallying cry. The weekend news is filled with more intimidating things: infrastructure, the Delta strain, inflation, wildfires. In light of everything else going on, Trump's bizarre efforts in last week's of his presidency seem weirdly irrelevant. Didn't we already know how desperate he was? And the word no.
It's old news.
This is a huge revelation. He actually staged a coup though. We can actually bust him hardcore with this. And it's just kind of, you're right, it is old news. But we do need to take it seriously. We need to get this guy in jail. This orange bastard really tried to get a whole mob of fascists to invade the Capitol. I'm not going to stop. I'm going to keep pushing this until something happens. Support the Guardian, guys. They were the guys reporting this. They've been reporting news such as this for the last 200 years. Keep it up, guys. You're doing great. All right, next up we got sports news, but the only sports that everybody cares about is the Olympics. So we're just going to go straight into some Olympic news. Yeah! Woo! Everybody's winning gold, guys. The wrestlers are doing us proud. Kurt Angle will be proud. Kurt Angle would be proud. The wrestlers have been doing great work, actually. But let's top the Olympic news first off with the Belarusian Olympic, um, Belarusian Olympic.
Better?
No. What was she? A runner? She's a gymnast, right? Sprinter. She was a sprinter. The Belarusian Olympic sprinter. She's trying to seek refuge in Japan. The Olympic Committee has now stripped these two Belarusian Olympic officials who allegedly tried to force a sprinter onto a plane to try to get it back to Belarus. We watched a report on this before talking about it. We saw the crazy stuff that Belarus is still going through right now. They still have a KGB. They still call it the KGB too. They call it Belarus KGB. So they're under some extreme Russian socialism right now. Just as a little pocket socialist country right now. They have the president is friends with Vladimir Putin, and a lot of people who stand up and are activists to say something end up dead, end up on a chopping block, end up swimming with the fishes.
That's weird.
That's why this Belarusian sprinter is afraid to go back. Her grandmother gave her a call to tell her, "Don't come back. You're in danger. Don't come back." She said something. I think she said something. She criticized a decision.
Something stupid. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, her grandmother called her to tell her that she was being flagged having such psychological problems while she was in Tokyo. So yeah, she's not coming back. She's not going back to Belarus. She's gonna seek refuge in Japan for right now, or Poland actually. So she's gonna try to seek asylum in Poland because that's close enough to where her parents can come visit. She wants to come back and compete in the Olympics, but Belarus didn't even want to let her come originally, and that's actually probably why she got in trouble with them. So the Belarusian government started spreading slander, and that's whenever she decided, "I'm not coming back." That's some heavy stuff. We get some crazy stuff going on right now, along with Belarus.
Fuck that government.
Yeah, along with Belarusian acting crazy with their athletes, Russians are actually winning in Tokyo, even though Team Russia is banned from the Olympics.
Money?
A penalty of the International Olympic Committee imposed on Russia for doping was so weak and wimpy that it was painful. One Olympic historian says, Team Russia was banned from the Olympics because they were caught doping. And it was sanctioned by the government, it was government sanctioned doping. They were purposely giving the people steroids and crazy new substances like monkey testosterone and fucking we synthesized this chemical from like 2 rats dying from nuclear holocaust, and we think it makes your balls and muscles grow bigger. We're gonna inject it in you. Let's see what happens. That kind of shit.
Jesus Christ.
There's a big Russian elephant in the room at Tokyo Games. Technically, Russia is officially banned from competing at national sporting events until next year for running a state-sponsored doping program. And yet, there are 334 Russian gymnasts, sprinters, and other athletes competing openly in Tokyo. With them, a small army of coaches, assistants, and others who would not been shy about cheering their team, even though The Japanese, before they declared a state of emergency and banned all the fans from the stands, especially forbade cheering for fear it could spread COVID-19. In fact, as of Wednesday, the Russian athletes have won 52 medals, putting them in third place after China and the United States, according to the latest Olympic medal tally. That they are able to continue adding to Moscow's medal haul despite not being an official Russian team due to the enormous loophole that enables them to compete as members of a made-up entity called the Russian Olympic Committee, or otherwise known as the ROC.
Bullshit.
And that infuriates country critics who say that Russians have gotten a slap on the wrist from the International Olympic Committee that's too afraid to administer a punishment that fits their crime. Back in the days of East Germany, they doped their athletes in every sport except sailing. They're then known as yachting. David Weleskansky, former president of the International Society of Olympic Historians, told NBC News. The Russians went beyond that. They doped sailors and curlers, of all things. It was so sensitive. It was outrageous, he said. When the story came out, it was an enormous scandal, and I personally felt they just should have banned Russia from the Olympics for 4 years. Period. Gold medalist Musav Evov poses with his medal after the men's Greco-Roman 97 kilogram wrestling competition in Tokyo. So Russia took the 97 kilogram competition. Damn, motherfucking Russians. Instead, the IOC imposed a penalty that was so weak and wimpy, it was just painful. Now we have a situation right here, right now, where the Russians feel, okay, we got away with it. Yeah, some of our athletes went down, but we got a bunch more. And Rossi says, well, frankly, we could do it again and sacrifice even more athletes. Travis Tygart, a chief executive of the U.S. Anti-Doping Agency, called the IOC penalties in Russia a farce. Ultimately, we've seen this as a horror film already, where the Russian state-sponsored doping program walks free and Russia wins, while the IOC and WADA leaders attempt to pull the wool over the world's eyes by claiming Russia is banned. Tygart said, referring to the world's anti-doping agency in an email that was published Saturday, it's merely a rebrand and will do nothing to stop the corruption of Russia, and likely will pull them others willing to win by any means. NBC News reached out to ROC spokeswoman Konstantin Virbov. So far, they have not replied.
Cowards.
Crazy shit. I was like wondering how is Russia there? I thought they got banned for their crazy tactics.
What's as crazy as the fucking loophole that they used?
Yeah, what loophole was it? The ROC, the delegation of athletes who are competing in Olympic events, even though the country is under a 2-year ban, abides by this different set of rules, and they're technically neutral athletes. They're technically neutral athletes. It's bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Tokyo Olympics and Suni Lee gold medal tweets ask us, do Olympians owe their country? A shift from nationalism towards individuals might win us medals, but it will lose us something equally valuable: selflessness. As Suni Lee pulled off some stunning triumph in the women's all-around gymnastics competition in Tokyo Olympics, she declared her gold medal victory for her family, her Myeon community, and herself. She pointed to a larger context that all brought her to that moment and responded with gratitude, especially for her father, who was paralyzed after falling off a ladder in 2019. But notably, she omitted America.
Oh shit!
Yeah, she won this gold medal for herself.
Nice.
And even earlier in the Olympics, Lee was even more pointed. We do not owe anyone a gold medal, she tweeted after gymnastics legend Simone Biles withdrew during the team all-around final, and the rest of the U.S. women went on to win silver. We stepped up whenever we needed and did this for ourselves. Her comments rubbed many the wrong way, taking it as an indication that she was at the games for herself rather than for her country, which she should be. This is for
it should be.
This is for
It's for
Olympic
them,
pride.
not for the fucking fuck anybody who thinks otherwise.
Yeah, this is a good shift from nationalism. We need to kind of take a little bit of nationalism out of the Olympic Games. Let's see what else we got on Olympic updates. We had this live Olympic updates from the Tokyo Games from USA Today. Let's see what they have. The USA botched the rally and ended up in 6th place.
Didn't the women's soccer team get like silver or something? Or gold?
Women's soccer took bronze.
A bronze. Hey.
Women's basketball rolling against Serbia. They put a 53 game Olympic winning streak. Women's basketball is still winning.
Nice.
They're a top. They want to be top line for the gold medal.
Hell yeah. Get that gold, basketball team.
University of Minnesota's Gable Stevenson was going to wrestle for gold in the men's freestyle 125 kilogram division, which is big. The big boys. Stevens could be in a huge payday if he decides to return to school. Current medal standings are as follows from recording. We have China at 34 gold medals, 24 silver medals, 16 bronze medals, 74 total.
So the guy that like he can return back to school.
Well, I mean,
if he wins it, like.
No, I mean, if he goes back to that school, he can be a coach and get like a big payday.
Oh, okay.
The USA.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, the USA has the most medals total with 92, but they have 30 gold medals, 35 silver medals, 27 bronze. Japan in 3rd place with 22 gold medals, 10 silver medals, 15 bronze, 47 total. Australia in 4th place with 17 gold, 6 silver, 19 bronze, 42 total. And the Republic of the Russian Olympic Committee is at 16 gold medals, 22 silver, 21 bronze, with 59 total medals. Oh, the Olympics women's volleyball team will also have a chance to play for gold this weekend. They advanced in the final, beating Serbia out 29-19, 25-15, and 25-23 in the semifinal on Friday. Ooh, boy. Women's basketball.
We get another medal.
Women's golf is in charge. That's cool. Cool. Beach volleyball is doing good. Gold medalist Ross and Kleiman captured beach volleyball gold. The U.S. beach volleyball A team of April Ross and Alex Kleiman took the Olympic gold in their 2-0 final victories over Australia's Merrifield attached to the Solar and Talika and Clancy. Ooh, gold medalist for 2 more gold medalists from the USA. Okay, and last bit I want to talk about all the Olympic wrestlers that have been winning gold over there.
We go congratulate Charlotte.
Here we go. Olympic USA Stevenson pulls the upset in Rio champion Angul as Drake and cashes out. Stevenson upsets Rio champion Angul in a quarterfinal tie. U.S. star Dake stunned by Kazimahamadou in his 74 quarterfinal. Klazinskaya surprise medal favorite Veena Phogat of India. Gable Stevenson stunned Rio Games champion Taha Angul of Turkey in the quarterfinals of the men's freestyle super heavyweight category on Thursday. And the U.S. wrestler advances with a 0-8 victory record. Stevenson led 2-0 at the end of the first period with a takedown. He went 4-0 after a break with a double leg takedown before moving further ahead with 2 more point scoring moves. He probably 2 more point scoring moves. He probably got like another takedown. Angul made no effort to claw back the deficit as the clock ticked down and Stevenson jogged around the mat in the final seconds, and the victory was in the bag. The 21-year-old American has yet to concede a point in Tokyo, having been beaten. Former Asian champion Ayol Lazar of Kazakhstan with a 10-0 victory by technical superiority after 5 takedowns in the first period. Damn, 5 takedowns in one period. That boy fast. Stevenson's compatriot Kyle Dake did not fare so well, losing 11-0 in the freestyle welterweight quarterfinals and to Belarusian Mohamed Kabe Kazilik Mahamadou. Kazilik Mahamadou led 9-0 at the break and wrapped up the bout in the second period with a takedown and set up a semifinal with Italy's Frank Chamismo, a 2-time world champion and Rio's bronze medalist. With a stunning upset left for Dake, the former NCAA champion from Cornell University, who ended Jordan Bergenson's decade of dominance in America wrestling. At the U.S. Olympic trials. Russian Zurbak Slidakov and Dr. Kosovev of Kazakhstan will compete in the second semifinal of that same welterweight division. In the finals of the women's freestyle bantamweight competition, Belarusian Vanessa Kladekskiha shocked medal favorite Vinay Pagov of India. Kladekskiha showed excellent defense and countered Pogat well in the second period, despite a successful Indian challenge reducing Kazakstan's lead from 5-3 to 7-2. The Belarusian then managed to pin the reigning Asian champion to win in 9-3. Kaliska will face China's Peng Hia, who shocked Shakira Whitechester of the United States with a quick takedown seconds into the bout before going up 6-0 with 2 turns, ultimately winning the contest at 6-2. Damn, China's beat up Jakar Whitechester of the U.S. for that. 2-time world champion Maya Makura of Japan sailed through her bouts, beating Cameroon's Joseph Isomo of Tekao 10-0 before dispatching former European champions Rokasha Zieha of Poland 12-2 in the first period. In the semifinals, Mokaya will face Mongolia's Bat Akraya Bolatoya, who defeated Ecuador's Luisa Valvera 15-5. And some good wrestling reports. Damn.
Interesting.
Of course, today I'd like to report that Magic Man David Taylor secures U.S. wrestling gold over Iran's Hassan Yazani with a dramatic late rally. And this was published yesterday at 7 a.m. Before Thursday, David Taylor's resume had it all, with one glaring hole. The former Penn State Natalie Lyon, nicknamed Magic Man, due to his penchant for pulling out comeback victories.
And all of this in a Hell in a Cell.
Was a 4-time Big Ten champion, 2-time NCAA champion, 3-time U.S. Open champion, 3-time Pan American champion, and World Cup winner and a world champion in 2018. After a late rally against Iran's Hassan Yazdani in Thursday's 86-kilogram freestyle final, he can finally call himself an Olympic champion. All thanks to perhaps the biggest match trick of his career. Taylor overcame an early 2-0 deficit and a 3-2 hole in the match's final 20 seconds to secure the 4-3 victory and a spot on top of the medal podium. Damn, a 4-3 victory? That is close as fuck. Yes, Danny struck first with a penalty point with 1-0 lead after the first 2 3-minute periods. He secured another point 30 seconds after the final frame before Taylor tied things up with a 2-point takedown. Yazdani reclaimed the lead 3-2 with a 1-point push-out in less than 2 minutes remaining. He held the lead until the final 20 seconds, seemingly in control of the gold medal. But Magic Man pulled out one last trick. After Yazdani repeatedly fended off his takedown attempts, Taylor attacked the low and flipped Yazani on his belly for a second 2-point takedown in the match. Ooh, okay, so look at that. Check it out. Are you seeing this?
No.
There you go. So he's funny enough, he's able to get a just shove him down. Damn. Going for the double. Yep, just go in for the double. Run it through. 19 seconds left. Damn, that is close. Yazani fought desperately for a reversal, but Taylor broke free and celebrated as gold final seconds ticked off the clock. And then he embraced his coaches. It was a victory over the opponent known as Fearless and the King in his home country. The win was a second dramatic comeback of Yazani of Taylor's career. The Iranian took an early 6-2 lead over Taylor in their previous matchups in the opening round of the 2018 World Championships. Taylor then scored the final 9 points for an 11-6 win to kick off his path to a World Championship. And on Thursday, he saved his magic for the final seconds, and it was enough to secure the gold. That's pretty nuts. You can't get any closer than that. Of course, we also have a good shock in history. Tamira Mesha-Stock wins gold in the women's freestyle wrestling. She's, I think, the first woman for the U.S. to win Olympic gold in freestyle wrestling.
First woman of color.
First black woman to win Olympic gold wrestling. Not just for the U.S., but the entire world. Oh, she's the first black woman. Okay, first black woman. That's her. Okay. At the USA Wrestling Pre-Olympic Training Camp in Nakasawa, Japan, Tamira Mesha-Stock sang her heart out with a trusty karaoke machine every day. On Tuesday night, on top of the podium, the world's biggest stage, Mesha-Stock had the opportunity to sing along one more time the American national anthem. Mesha-Stock took gold in the women's 68-kilogram final against Blessing Oberduru of Nigeria 5 years after missing out on the 2016 Rio Olympic team. Now she's the first black woman to win Olympic wrestling gold, not just for the U.S., but for the entire world. These young girls are going to see themselves in a number of ways, and they're going to look up there and go, I can do it because I can see myself, Mrs. Stock said. Look at that natural hair. Come on. I mean, sure, I brought my puffballs out so you can know that you can do it too. The first-time Olympian broke down her heritage with meticulousness. Messiah Stock is 52% Ghanaian, which comes from her late father, and broadly speaking, she's 93% African with some Nigerian in her. Her shared heritage with her opponent, Oberdua, gave Mesha-Stock greater appreciation for a milestone on the other side of the mat. By earning silver, Oberdua became the first women wrestler of any gender to win an Olympic gold medal for Nigeria. I'm like, oh my gosh, look at us representing, Mesha-Stock said. This is so freaking awesome. I'm like, if one of us wins, we're making history. So you're making history, I'm making history, we're making history. It's fantastic. It's meant a lot. I'm so proud. I was looking at her going, dang, she's killing it. I can kill it too. And she took it. Mesha-Stock does it both ways. She can now show her love for her opponent while showing her love for herself. She recognizes the importance of having strong competition in women's wrestling while also feeling confident in her own capabilities to come out on top.
Good for her.
Yeah, dude. It was fucking nuts. I'm glad. I saw some of the bout. I was looking to see if there's any video here, but they don't show it yet. All right, next up, let's see. Yeah, David Taylor also wins gold, resulting. Did we talk about David Taylor already? Yeah. He's a match man, David Taylor. Yeah. The same guy. We just talked about him. Kyle Dake. I talked about him. Gable Stevenson, he won. Jakar Whitechair, she lost. Thomas Gilman, the men's freestyle. He lost. Dave Taylor, he won. Helen Morrison, I don't see her record completely here, but she said she got bronze medal.
Nice.
Michigan's Amity wins bronze. Miles Amity, 3-time All-American for Michigan, represented San Marino Olympic Games, won bronze medal at 86 kilograms. Russia's Yugev secures gold. Kawai sisters win both gold. Japan's Risaka Kawai won women's freestyle gold medal at 57 kilograms, her second straight Olympic gold medal, with a 5-0 victory over Belarus' Irina Kushina. In doing so, she joined her sister Yukako, who won gold at 62 kilos. They both won gold medals the same year their home country hosted the games, and did so in dominating fashion. The Kawhi sisters went to a combined 8-0 this week and collectively outscored their opponents 49-10. Damn, the Kawhi sisters. That's nuts. Thomas Gilman won bronze in men's freestyle 57 kilograms over Iranian. Yep, and that's your Olympic wrestling results, guys. I've been enjoying covering these games actually. Anything else left? We got a bunch of medal scores here, but I don't want to go over that. All right, let's go up to pro wrestling news now. So first up, we on pro wrestling news. Yeah, I think first up on pro wrestling news, we got to report today that wrestling legend Bobby Eaton actually passed away earlier today at 62. He was well known for his time in the Midnight Express back in the early 80s. So people that were older than from our generation will know him. I know him because I listened to Jim Cornette's podcast, and he was his manager for the longest time with the Midnight Express. So I always hear stories. It's a funny shit. Like fucking his fight with he first had Dennis Condrey and then had Sweet Stan Lane as partners in the Midnight Express. They had some great matches. They had some fun matches. I know you probably never seen any of them, Mavs, but they're pretty good matches for like 80s matches. I do recommend. And also in wrestling news, I want to talk a little bit of how Malachi Black debuted this week on AEW, the former Aleister Black of WWE. And he put a swift beating on Cody Rhodes and pinned him 1-2-3. Mr. Cody Rhodes then attempted apparently to try to announce a retirement. And most likely they were trying to write him off TV. Because for those who know a little about the wrestling industry, they'll know probably that Cody Rhodes, if you're listening to this about the wrestling industry, because of the wrestling industry, you probably know that Cody Rhodes is filming his big Go TV show, like talent show, Go Big WWE or some shit. The Go Big show, something like that. Some TNT show. So they're probably writing him off, and this is the way they're writing him off. But right as he was trying to attempt to do his retirement spiel and take off his boots, Tommy Young comes back in the ring and attacks him again and knocks him out again. So I don't know where they're going with it, but Tommy Young is obviously kicking at Cody Rhodes' ass. And you did a good job of it, too. Other funny wrestling news, we also got Domino's threatening to cut AEW and TNT as sponsors after the TNT promo spot. After a promo spot with it's best to show you. Man, so you want? Can you see this? Yo. Hello. You there? So check this out.
Oh no! You gotta be kidding me! Whoa! Stop it! For God's sake, stop it!
This no rules match will continue through the break-in picture.
When you order Domino's carry-out, get 3 topping pizzas for $7.99 each and choose Domino's.
Oh no!
Did you see that? So right after this, okay, so what happened was during a supposed death match between Chris Jericho and Nick Gage on AEW Wrestling this past Wednesday, there was a spot where Nick Gage took a pizza cutter and started supposedly cutting up Chris Jericho's forehead. So as he cut up Chris Jericho's forehead, they suddenly cut to the picture-in-picture spot, and it's a fucking Domino's ad. Look.
It's hilarious.
For God's sake, stop it!
And then he cuts to the picture-in-picture. Like, watch. He did.
When you order Domino's carry-out, get 3 topping pizzas for $7.99 each and choose Domino's.
Oh no!
You just say Domino's is livid. We share our concerns about this incident and contents with a TV 14 rating program, and we're assessing our advertising presence going forward. Domino's spokeswoman Jenny Forscapecchio told the Front Office Sports. The Domino's representative were not involved with placing the ad or had any prior knowledge of the pizza cutter incident would happen. However, some fans loved the move. Domino's commercial after seeing Joe getting cut with the pizza cutter is so perfect. The way I cackled when the commercial break to Domino's commercial after Nick Gage sliced pizza was cut was hilarious. One fan said he ordered Domino's after the advertisement was played. Fun fact, I ordered Domino's right after I saw that match. Wednesday's AEW Dynamite main event garnered 1.108 million viewers, the 4th most in AEW's brief history. It's the 3rd consecutive week that more than 1 million viewers have tuned in. But will Domino's commercials be on the next broadcast? Only time will tell. They got mad.
Overreacting.
Yeah, Moxley actually cut a promo like, you guys are overreacting. You guys need to chill. Take a chill pill. It's fine. Relax. Domino's, God, chill. Jeez. Take a joke, says John Moxley.
A joke, not a dick. That's taking somebody.
I guess with that, we'll wrap up all our sports and wrestling news we got for this week. And let's top it off for the main event. We're looking forward to Marvel's What If next week. So let's take a look at Marvel's What If trailer and try to break down what we know, what we see, what we know, and what's coming up. What our stupid comic book minds can come up with. This is your comic book breakdown. All right, so let's go ahead and start off with the trailer, I guess. Can you see the trailer?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'll go ahead and put it in full screen.
Yeah, peace. I love peace.
We'll start from the beginning here. We
Yeah,
have
peace.
Tony
I
Stark
love
walking up.
peace. I'd be out of a job with peace.
Of course, from the original Iron Man movie. Yep. Regular scene, of course.
And
This
then,
one is not so regular. Killmonger just comes out and
We
throws.
know each other?
Time.
Doctor Strange, of course. Oh, never mind. That's Doctor Strange. That's looks like Doctor Strange was cleaned up.
Reality.
But that's I think Peter Parker. No, that's Doctor Strange.
It's changeable.
You see
It's
that?
changeable.
Guardians of the Galaxy, a Black Panther with T'Challa as
look,
Star-Lord.
Gamora has.
Gamora has this fucking Thanos blade. There's another Black Panther right over there. And
Killmonger.
Thor.
Where you want to be? That's the question, isn't it?
Every universe
Ooh. Hulk. Thor. Loki.
is different. Each
Loki
one
on Earth. Vision. Howard the Duck.
Slow down a little bit. There's a few people in the room that don't understand. Not me, I get it.
Fucking Thor.
Who are you?
The name's Captain Carter.
Captain Carter.
Scheiße.
Nice.
I am the Watcher.
Spider-Man.
I observe.
The name's Captain Carter.
This Spider-Man looks like
Scheiße.
I am the Watcher.
that Spider-Man looks kind of like the old Spider-Man
I observe
From,
all that transpires here.
from Spider-Verse.
But I do not.
Zombies.
Cannot, will not interfere. I guess I have
Dax.
to freestyle then.
We have you outnumbered.
A Ravager.
Whose head was
Guess I
that?
have to freestyle then.
Whose head?
We have you outnumbered.
Whose head was that?
I'm
A
not
Ravager
sure.
never flies solo. I said never flies solo.
Is that some kind of catchphrase?
There's some kind of catchphrase, and you just see the whistler just come over.
You had me worried for a second.
Journey to face the unknown and ponder the question.
What if?
What if?
All right, guys, we're all paying Disney lots of money for the streaming plus services. They've been doing good. They've been making work. They've been putting work in. They're taking their hard earned $5.99 monthly, $6.99 monthly premium fee. Bastards. So yeah, let's set up what we got on Marvel's, what we know about them, about the multiverse of where this what if can take us. Let's take a look at the pictures that we see. We'll take a look at just the what if trailer, the picture, I guess. Let's see, open image. So we got the
Fucking zombie Hawkeye with all the arrows on him.
zombie Hawkeye with arrows, zombie Captain America next to him. We have this. This is Ultron, actually, right here, where this is from one of the comic books where he has the Vision's body. He stole Vision's body, and that's the Infinity Stones in his chest right there. And he has some kind of like sword with him.
I love the Gamora's look.
Oh, Gamora's look with like Thanos' armor looks great. We have
Yeah.
Black Widow up here, and some more armor she's wearing. So we have Doctor Strange. One universe, Spider-Man becomes Doctor Strange. Peter Parker becomes Doctor Strange, and he's also still Spider-Man. He becomes Sorcerer Supreme. We got T'Challa as Star-Lord, and Peggy Carter is going to be one of the main focuses. And we also have, looks like this is the old Iron Man suit. Maybe Killmonger's wearing it. We don't know. Anything else on this weekend reference? No, that's all the clues that they gave us. There's also this face in the middle, and that's the Watcher. Yeah, it's just the Watcher. Like who's in the middle? It's just the Watcher. But Gamora and Spider-Man right there. Spider-Man looks fun here as Guardian of the Galaxy. No, not Guardian of the Galaxy. The Sorcerer Supreme.
Sorcerer Supreme.
Yes. Okay, what other images we got? We got the Watcher, Drax and T'Challa, the toys, Howard the Duck, Killmonger, Tony Stark, of course.
I wonder what role Howard the Duck is going to play.
We have Vision coming back, it looks like. Thor. We have the Ancient One. Loki's coming back. I'm guessing he's going to be played by Tom Hiddleston. Is Loki playing? Is Tom Hiddleston playing Loki, or is Loki playing Tom Hiddleston?
Yes.
Excellent. They could do a lot of what if stories if we want to go on like where it is gone. What if it's been was a storyline comic series that they started back in the 60s, 70s to do some crazy stuff out of continuity, such as Doctor Doom becoming a Sorcerer Supreme. He actually gets to the Ancient One before Doctor Strange gets there. He becomes a Sorcerer Supreme. When Doctor Strange shows up to try to see if he can learn magic and fix his hands, he instead chops off Doctor Strange's hands and replaces them with robotic hands, so he has better precision. And then he just has like this crazy incident where he still puts the armor and burns his face, so he still gets messed up. We have like the story of like whenever Dave Malenko, the Juggernaut, is the last person on Earth. We have all the crazy Marvel Into the Spider-Verse comic stories where the Spider-Verse, the movie basically kind of sets most of this up, because the movie can easily be tied into the rest of this, saying, yeah, this is all because of what happened with Loki and Scarlet Witch.
That's true. They could have been like that. That could have been like one of the main reasons why they were able to access the thing.
So they got this nice clean picture of Spider-Man as Doctor Strange. So he becomes Sorcerer Supreme apparently in this reality, and he kind of looks like an aged up what's his name? The guy who's currently Spider-Man, and the suit looks like a Tony Stark suit.
It does,
like from the movies.
And
let's see. We also have Captain Carter riding Iron Man. That looks interesting. I didn't notice that earlier, but Captain Carter is riding Iron Man. Did they show a picture of Scarlet Witch? The trailer.
Yeah. So Scarlet Witch is going to be in it.
Looks like. And we also have Tony over here with some looks like just that scene from Iron Man 2 where he's eating donuts. They recreate that, it looks like. I do want to see what this new scene's about, where instead of the Avengers defending New York, it's the Guardians of the Galaxy defending New York. And I want to know why Gamora has this. Why does Gamora have all of Thanos' armor?
Maybe she killed him?
What?
Wait, who's in that? Is that a fucking
Bucky? Is that I think
Captain?
Yeah, I think that's Stephen Strange. I think that's Captain Carter in
Bro,
action.
Steve Rogers.
Yeah, Steve Rogers in the suit. Is it in this GIF? Let's take a look. No. Oh, it's in this. Yeah, pre-series Captain Rogers is an Iron Man suit along with Captain. And you see the footage of animated
Nice.
in an Iron Man suit along with Captain Carter. Oh, that's
Okay, that's dope.
That's cool. I didn't know that. The Winter Soldier takes footage on Zombie Captain America and a snippet from.
That's Bucky, isn't it?
Yeah, Bucky takes on Zombie Captain America. Watcher. Okay, there's little snippets that we didn't see or we didn't pay attention to the other thing. So Bucky takes on Zombie Captain America and Marvel Zombies. The Marvel Zombies storyline was pretty nuts. I didn't read it all, but I heard about it. I want to see them set up House of M with What If, because that might be where Scarlet Witch might be coming in, because Scarlet Witch reacts a whole reality when she does the House of M storyline. They could also be a good way to introduce mutants. They were saying Kevin Feige said that all the What If stories are officially canon and they tie into the main rest of this into the main thing. I can't tell if this is Spider-Man, like this is a. Does this look like Benedict Cumberbatch's Doctor Strange? Is that like Stephen Strange or is that Peter Parker? I think that's
Stephen Strange.
It looks like Stephen Strange. At first, I thought it was like old Peter Parker from, the movies, the animated from the Into the Spider-Verse movie.
Yeah.
But you're right. It is just Stephen Strange.
I'm pretty sure it's Stephen Strange.
Yeah, because look, that's Stephen Strange right there with a goatee. That's Stephen Strange without a goatee. You're right. Because look, he's just like shooting off magic. So Stephen Strange is going to be a big part of this. Obviously, he's Sorcerer Supreme. So Steve Rogers in an Iron Man suit's insane. I didn't expect that. Vision is interesting. I don't know what Vision is going to be all about.
That picture on the other side. Yes.
I am the most vision. I have the most vision.
Like, who's that rapper who implanted the diamond on his forehead?
Uzi Vert.
That's Vision, but with more.
Someone should Photoshop Lil Uzi Vert now like this. I'm gonna save that for later. I think that's everything we've seen so far. It debuts next week. They haven't dropped any more trailers. I'm really looking forward to Spider-Man, and they still haven't watched. The reason they haven't dropped any Spider-Man trailers is because What If sets up Spider-Man.
Probably that. I'm gonna go with that. It's probably gonna set up everything for the next Spider-Man movie.
Because they have not showed anything for fucking Spider-Man.
Well, watch the post the end credits, the end credit scene. It's gonna probably be the one that sets up the Spider-Man movie.
Right. So here's like Doctor Strange talking to Captain Carter.
It's the evil Doctor Strange.
I was like regular Doctor Strange.
Yeah, look at this cape. It's evil.
It's evil. Look at him. He's just evil. It's just a regular cape.
No, it's not. That's the evil cape.
Just his evil cape.
just like that's evil Vision.
It's Infinity Vision.
Infinite Vision doesn't exist.
It cannot hurt you. Infinity Vision. So cast is officially Chadwick Boseman, Tom Hiddleston. So Tom Hiddleston does his Loki. Sebastian Stan is Bucky Barnes. Peggy Carter is Haley Artwell. So they got the official Peggy Carter. They got Karen Gillan for Nebula. Dominic Campbell for Howard Stark, for Tony Stark's dad. Killmonger, Michael B. Jordan. Michael B. Jordan reprising Killmonger officially. Mark Ruffalo, Bruce Banner, Jeremy Renner for Cliff Barton. Michael Rooker is doing Yondu. Taika Waititi is doing Cord. Paul Rudd is doing Ant-Man officially. The Watchers by Jeffrey Wright. Thor's doing Chris Hemsworth, Nick Fury, David. I don't know who Kurt is. Thanos being voiced by Jen. Wow. Dum Dum Dum. I don't know who that is. I don't know who Dr. Abraham Einstein is. Jane Foster. Natalie Portman's gonna be here. Jane Foster's gonna be here.
Wait, I think that there's a scene where they switch to the new team, and it looks like it's female Thor standing there.
Oh shit! Grandmaster's gonna be in it. Grandmaster's coming back for Hank Pym.
Is that Jeff Goldblum playing with Grandmaster, or is it Grandmaster playing Jeff Goldblum?
Yes.
Excellent cast.
That's a great cast already. So this was like Chadwick Boseman's last thing, huh? Before he passed away. Damn. I'm really excited to see it then. Next week.
No, definitely. I'm not skipping this one.
Next Wednesday, guys. Make sure you check it out. It'll probably be out Tuesday afternoon. But we'll be definitely talking about it next week.
Oh yeah.
We'll review it. We'll give a full breakdown on it. We'll get a full spiel. We'll get our nerd off. It'll be great. It'll be great, guys.
We'll get all those little scenes that we all missed.
We'll break it down every bit, and I'll write down everything I can. Yes. He knows I will. I'll do it.
He will. I've seen it. Pages and pages of it.
With that being said, I think that's going to be our show tonight, guys. Thanks for coming out. I do have a special announcement. It looks like our little show's been picked up. Like, did I tell you this? Did I tell you this before the top of the show? I think I did.
What?
That our little show got picked up. We're going to be joining a bigger network. We have to rebrand, of course, to support this bigger network, but we're officially joining KWBH Radio Network.
Oh, yay! Awesome.
KWBH at _HP. They told me that these letters are only the regular call sign signal. They're going to be a great promotion, but they like to call it knees weak, balls heavy, high powered. But knees weak, balls heavy is going to be our new little catchphrase, and you'll be seeing that a little bit everywhere. We'll still be here. We'll still be the Game Dudes. We'll still be Lucky Nez. We'll still be Raging Games. You can find us all our regular handles still. We're going to have keeping up we're going to be keeping up Raging Games and keeping up Lucky Nez, but we're going to probably change up Game Dudes to KWBH. We're doing some rebranding. I think next week's going to be our official launch. Stay tuned, guys. Just keep following. None of the accounts are actually going to change, so they'll still be the same names. If you're following now, you'll see us now. You'll see us then. But until next time, guys, it's been a great show, and I wish you guys a great rest of your weekend. Tally ho, y'all.
Peace.